Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Cedric and CJ here, CRWC commentary, Friday night SmackDownish review. So, look, we're going to jump on into it. So, LA Knight, he comes out, and the fans are chanting, ole, 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 and holding him up. He couldn't talk for a while.
They're in Barcelona.
They are freaking live.
They are all the way live. It's the first time SmackDown's been in Barcelona. So they are appreciating the experience they are having.
Yes. Even I have to take a breath with LA Knight. I'm like, wow, this is happening. And they are with the yes, and they pop loud for, let me talk to you. And I mean, they, wow. More chants, and he says they're making history in Barcelona, and the fans erupt into more Ole chants. Knight says, and I don't know, maybe it went over their heads, and maybe some of the people at home, I don't know, but he says, tough crowd. Y'all way too quiet. He says he's the U.S. champ, but I'm the U.S. champ, but I'm worldwide, and then they chant, he deserves it. Knight gets them to do his catchphrase, and then Jimmy Uso comes out looking very unhappy. He honestly enough to rival Fatu's face.
Oh yeah, he was surly looking.
And I thought, I'm a little interested in this Jimmy.
He was surly Smurf.
Yeah. So let's see what's going on, right? Jimmy just gets in there and he spouts off everything getting in his way, and he goes, I'm desperate. I was like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
I'm desperate. It's like, I'm tired of the speed bumps, and the only way to make it to WrestleMania is to challenge for that belt right there, but he calls it the U.S. tag title.
Yes, he did.
And I think
he just typoed verbally.
Yeah, I think either he remembered what they told him to say, or he's still kind of in that tag team mindset, going out to talk for his partner, that kind of thing. I'm not sure. Hiccups, you've been tag team for a long time. Now you're doing the singles things. It's a little, it might mess you up a little. So I'm gonna give him that. You can't be perfect all the time. I can't tell you how many times there's been a typo when I do the promos in CR Fire Pro, and then when I see it, I got to go back over it. Promos,
typos, and text.
Whew. Because, all y'all can duck off. Every last jackhammering idiot in here. It's so it's a lot. But anyway, Solo Sikoa, he comes out, and there's some kind of miscues going on. I don't know what. But he's like, if anyone deserves a U.S. title shot, and she was like, you better say Jacob. You need to say Jacob. You best to say Jacob. I'm like, I'm looking at her like, what in the hell is wrong with you?
He owned.
It sucks. She got not one Jacob Fatu poster.
I don't have any posters.
All right, yeah, we'll get into that later.
Solo owes him because, Jacob was trying to tap in with him for a minute.
But he does say that, yeah, Jacob deserves the shot. Fatu sporting a new shirt, all gas, no brakes. The fans chant Fatu. Solo gets hung up on words for a split second and calls Jimmy a failure. And while Solo was jumbling his words a little, Jimmy was kind of like, he did that, and Solo you can see him smiling like, don't fuck with me right now. He had to pull it. It all took place in under a second. It was so, he's like, something. I swear Solo damn near snorted. It was funny. Jimmy says the only thing he failed at was trusting him as his little brother. I'm like, that's pretty good. Okay. But he's like, the only thing I did wrong was trust you as my little brother. And I'm like, okay, he pulled out the little brother card. But Solo he's got a scraggly face, and he's in his 30s, but he's still got that young 20s face.
Scraggly beard. If he had just cut off that scraggly stuff on the cheeks and just focus on the chin hair and the mustache. Maybe you can work with something.
What Cedra pointed out was that Tama and Jacob's facial hair was laser
cut. It was perfect.
It looked so good. You would literally think it was a beard for a movie prop.
Jacob's, it was laser cut. It wasn't those scasy little hairs up on his cheeks, and then it went up the sideburns and into the hairline. It was perfect. And Thomas was laser cut the same way, and then he had a laser cut on either side of his mohawk. It's like, look, they gave that barber a 20.
Glitter.
I don't know what Solo's giving his barber, but his barber's giving it back.
Solo getting receipts, huh?
Yeah, he's getting receipts.
He's getting receipts. Figuratively and literally. The heels rush the ring, beat down the faces. Then Braun Strowman runs in, clears house, gives the face the ability to fight back and win the fight. Okay, all this comes out, and he's like, you know what? I see 6 of you. I see 3 here, 3 there. That's 6. Let's make it a 6-man match. And I think he said in Espanol, to the crowd, as you said, that he must have said, "Are y'all thinking what I'm thinking?"
And they were like, "Yeah!" they were all about it.
United States crowds.
They're spoiled. United States crowds are spoiled. Crowds
y'all got to work on it.
They don't get this every day, every week, every month. They can't count on it coming through the state, at least once. It's like having New Japan Pro Wrestling come to your hometown.
Yeah, that sold out quick, and none of the seats were as projected, which means we didn't get the perfect seats. We was on the floor. It was all right. That's how I felt. We was on the floor, in the spot I wanted us to be. It was all right. We didn't expect Marty Scurll to be there. That was cool, though.
It was cool.
But if we was on the balcony, oh, man. Yep. So that match was made then. So Jacob, Thomas, Solo versus Jimmy, Braun, and Knight. So Jimmy Braun, the Knight.
Uh-huh.
That might work. I don't know.
It might.
Tommy hits the senton, Tomiko, and he starts his yeah, and the crowd is with it 100%.
100%.
U.S. crowd, y'all got to work on it. Barcelona just dog walked all of you. Not me, not Cedra, not the people listening to this, but everybody else. They dog walked the hell out of you.
All the live audiences, you got to do better.
Yep, they was with the yeah. My goodness. Tama is good at what he do because he no-sold that. He no-sold it. Somewhere inside, he was probably like, oh my goodness. They getting down with the yeah.
They are with it.
Now Tama's got to figure out a number to go with.
How many you gonna do?
How many? And then he's gonna to have new music that's all with the yeah, and then it come out. Would it be corny? Yeah, but it would be good. And then if he become a baby face, oh my goodness.
If the right music is chosen, it won't be corny.
They need to get back their GOD music.
The yeah is gonna fit the GOD.
Guerrilla Tactics. Music. That's what it was.
It won't fit with Guerrilla Tactics.
I don't care. I like that theme.
I do too.
I love that theme. But they got to do some different. It's gonna be, but they're always gonna make the Tongan and Samoan music tribal sounding, drums, bass line, pretty much it with a little bit of something.
You know what I miss?
What you miss?
Ain't nobody realer than Gorilla.
See, that was their second theme.
Yeah, it was hype.
It was. And I got both of them downloaded, Or you can find them on YouTube, but I ripped that shit. I ripped the brakes off of it. When I want to feel it, I'm going to feel it. There we go. And so, okay. So, it was a very fun match, mainly because of the fans. Braun power slams and pins Tama Tonga as we knew Tama was going to lose this match. Solo drops Braun with the spike. Knight drags out Solo, beats him down. Jacob gets up from being knocked down over the table, and then he beats down Braun, hitting the BME, and the fans. I really did think the fans were gonna come way up for that, but they didn't.
They didn't.
The U.S. fans got y'all beat, Barcelona. On this, the U.S. fans got you beat. Y'all should have been prepared. Y'all prepared for all the music and catchphrases, but not the moves. What's wrong with y'all? What's wrong with y'all?
There's only so much memo you can fit on the paper.
No, you can't be all the way live and not know this. You know, but the fans in the United States, they come up for that BME, you know. So, you know, or I might call it the Wolf Reigns moonsault, you know, but that's just me though. I gave it something cool, you know. But the fans, they love Fatu though. They just didn't love knowing when he was going to do his finish. And then Fatu hit it 3 more times, you know, well, 3 times in total before he left. Fatu did, you know, because he's with Tama, and Tama's walking away, and Fatu's like, no. And Tama's like, come on, man.
Hey, you go ahead and do that, man.
Fatu runs back to the ring, flung his body at Braun, but Jacob knocked down the barricade himself. Braun simply just fell back and sold.
Yeah.
I don't think he really got touched so much.
He might have got grazed.
Just a little bit. And on the side note, Braun has a tattoo of North Carolina under his left arm. Cedra noticed that.
Yep. In the side-sip area. It's not
no, that's the instep. That's the instep.
Okay.
You got the bicep, tricep on the outside. That's the side step. On the inside, it's the instep.
The instep. Yeah, it's right there. And it says country strong.
Yep.
And I was like, why you got that on there? And he's from a tiny-ass town in North Carolina.
Yeah, he is.
And it's new because that wasn't there last time he was taunting.
Yeah, it really won't. That is very new.
He must have got that before they hit the road for Barcelona.
And it had to hurt.
I'm sure it did.
I'm like, man, you know, y'all just like to be tortured. I'm like, it ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. Somebody need to, you know, preserve that skin or something.
It's possible.
It's creepy to think about it.
It's creepy, but it's possible.
Yep. I'm moving on. So Jade has an interview where she explains she knew it was Naomi when she was blacked out. When she was blacking out, she saw her running away. And then Short Skirt McDuffie and her cohort come in talking trash. And Jade's like, this ain't the time. This ain't the place. And then she's, whoo. Man, and they was like, she's like, if I won't hurt, y'all wouldn't have had them titles. And they're like, yeah, and they're mocking her.
Mm-hmm.
Liv is spit laughing at Jade the whole time. And I personally hate that. It's a style of laughing. It's a style. It's a style of, I hate it. Our daughter was doing it. I was like, you need to stop. Just spraying spit everywhere. That's stupid. Oh, y'all go to school and inhale each other's spit. That's why we get sick. You nasty asses. And so it's just gross. It is. You know, look. Nakamura is bad enough. Yes. Anyone doing the Asian or poison mist is when you think about it, that's bad enough, y'all. All right. We don't need to be spit laughing. That's just is stupid because it's a style. It's not natural. That's why it's stupid. So eventually somebody go start laughing like that. Not appealing now, is it? So also, when Jay stood up and the guns were shown, I would have shut my grill, doused the flames because the cookout is over.
A Short Skirt McDuffie was quite a ways away with a number of chairs in between her and Jay, and she had her backup, so she was feeling strong.
Her backup was a delay of the inevitable. That's all the
I'm just saying, she was feeling strong because when she was standing in the center of that ring by herself and Jay was coming, she was blithering like a bitch.
Uh-huh.
It wasn't me. Yeah.
That little coward friend Actually, a couple of friends that I had, I've been telling you stories about them for the past few days. But yeah, feeling brave in the car and talking all that trash, and then my buddy just stopped the car. He's like, well, it is what it is. And dude's like, no. He's like, no, you got all that lip.
All that mouth.
And dude came to the car, had his gun with him. And I'm sitting here like, you done got us all shot. Both of you dumbasses. Dumbass won't my word, but I'm revamping for this. You dumbasses got us killed. But no, he won't even scare straight because he's too stupid. But at that time, he shut up. He at least shut up for 2 hours. That's what a gun and straight fear did to this idiot. It shut him up for just 2 hours. So yeah. Any case.
Oh, and then Short Skirt McDuffie was like, don't get pushed into another car.
Yeah, see, I forgot about that part.
It's like, ooh. You have to get a receipt for that.
Oh, yeah. But here's the thing. I don't think they're going to have Jade and Bianca work together as a tag team anymore.
I don't think so either.
Because that might have been the actual report. We haven't watched Raw. Raw should be over by now, about 7 minutes or so, or maybe it's going to the third hour, depending upon when it got started, if there's a third hour. But at the same time, just if they tag up, cool, they must have settled things because they're not talking about tagging up.
Nah, they're not talking about getting the game back together.
Yeah. So there must have been some issues tag teaming and working together, but it happens. It happens. B-Fab cut a promo in Spanish. As she gets ready to go to the ring, B-Fab goes against Charlotte Flair. And this was more of a training match. You could see it. This is more of a live training match. You can go overseas, you can do something, show what you can do, because Fab is not good in the ring.
They don't give her any time.
Nope.
Every time you see her, she's walking around. All of the short skirt McDuffie clones get all the time.
B-Fab. Okay, let me tell y'all, okay, if you're a wrestler, and first you learn all the basics. Some ring psychology, get your headlocks, flat back bump. Learn the basics, please. And the reason you need to master the basics so you can help find yourself as a wrestler faster. Then you pick a style, something that literally sings to you. Not something you think is cool, not something you think is just so easy. What sings to you? And you work that. That's all you got to do. Now, some things you shouldn't do. Just because while you can do it, thinking of Brian Cage and doing the tiger feint kick,
doesn't mean you should.
It don't mean you should. All right? It don't mean you should. But find yourself, because B-Fab she has no in-ring personality. There is no in-ring personality. And you could see Charlotte had to really work with her. Charlotte was leading the match, and Charlotte was struggling to get this girl on target. Fab ain't horrible. She ain't bad. She just ain't good. She's fine. With more in-ring time, like Cedra said, she will get better. But you got to give it to her. You got to give it to her. And certainly not necessarily in tag matches.
Not tag matches.
Just short 3-minute matches. Flair got her finish on and refused to let it go. Tiffany ran in and attacked her. It looked like two twins fighting on the mat.
It did.
I literally couldn't tell who was who for a little moment. The fight spilled to the floor. Tiffany maintaining control. Tiffany flew off the steps with an overhead punch. And it looked really good. Flair walked the announce table, jumped off on a waiting Tiffany. So that looked really bad. It looked really bad. When I say that, it just looks so choreographed. The move was spot on. But Tiffany's waiting like, I'm going to catch you, baby. I'm going to catch you. And Flair's like, I'm going to jump, Mom. You're going to catch me? I'm going to catch you, baby. That's what it looked like. Tiffany did a flip off the top onto the awaiting staff, but missed Flair by about 6 feet or slightly under 2 meters. That's how you want to go. They should have broken it up where I wanted it to end, and that was after the initial saving by Tiffany. When they was on the mat, beating each other to a pulp, just hair all over, just blonde hair in some kind of outfit with light skin all over the place. That's when they should have broke it up, drug them out the ring, kept them separate. That's what they should have done. Because it looked good. It looked believable, although you couldn't really see much of anything, which was bad, but it looked like a scrap. And then they let it keep going to all this stupid stuff.
So did they find the scrap?
Nope. And that's why it was busted. So Drew McIntyre cut a pre-recorded promo where he explains how Damian Priest cost him 2 chances at the title, and now he has to put him down for good so he doesn't take anything else from him again. And I was like, that makes sense.
Yeah, when you put the breadcrumbs together like that, you get a whole cake. I can see what he's pissed off about.
And Drew's calm voice really makes you want to sympathize with him.
It does.
He sounds like a victim. He don't sound weak, but he sounds like he's the one that got hurt.
Yes, he's not whining and yeah.
And he's a heel. He's a neutral heel. He could be a babyface or a heel. He's not either right now. Right now, he's competition. And something has happened, and he's not happy with it. He's got to straighten it out. That's good.
It's very good.
And Priest is like, I'm tired of your mouth. That's good.
Basically.
It's like whether I did you wrong or not, it is what it is. You might as well make peace with it. Then the Miz comes out for Miz TV while he's trying to get it started. Tiffany and Charlotte are still fighting, and it comes out on stage. They hold Flair for a long time, and Tiffany dives off the, as they called it, Videotron. In the 90s, me and my friend was doing this stuff here, and it was on WWF No Mercy video game for the Nintendo 64, and he called his the Scantron. I said, that is a legal thing. You can't use it. And he said, well, what about the Videotron? I said, that sounds stupid. Yes. Nobody would ever use that. I'm sorry, man.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. They used it. My bad. So, but she dove off the Videotron, missing Flair by a minimum of 6 feet or just under 3 meters. But Flair and the staff, they tumbled all the way over, even though Tiffany barely touched most of them. The ones that didn't even get touched just fell all the way over. I was like, this is AEW at its finest. The fans legit sing Cody's theme, and the Miz cuts the music, and Cody decks him, hits his finish. It says that he didn't care to talk to the Miz. He only wants to talk to Cena.
Yep. And his face looks better. It's all the same color now.
Yeah, it's gone from hamburger meat to turkey meat. What, turkey meat look? No matter when you grind it up or whatnot, it's even.
Yeah.
It's a little lumpy, but it's even.
Yeah. So he's healing.
Yeah.
At least his face. That eardrum gonna take some time.
Yeah, the eardrum gonna take probably another maybe another month and a half too.
Something like that.
And look, you can see it on Cody. He dropped too soon for his intro at one point, and when he tried to get up, he got unsteady. So it's a thing.
Eardrums are important.
Yes, I put sometimes my ears be itching and whatnot, so I'll put not water, but like honestly, I get desperate. Eye drops or alcohol or peroxide. I put it in there, and it kills the irritation or the itch. And then when I dump it all out my ear and stuff, my equilibrium is messed up for about 30 seconds. It is not cool. My eyes can't tell if I'm really up or down. So it's a thing. And if he is working it, my goodness, he's good.
Yeah.
So fun backstage earlier as Aldis and Nakamura speak in English a little bit to each other. Then Priest shows up. Nakamura speaks Japanese to him. Priest speaks Espanol to Nakamura. And since no one understands each other, Aldis makes a match between them.
Yeah. I don't know what either one of you just said. So.
Yep.
Goddamn fight about it.
So Damian Priest versus Shinsuke Nakamura. The fans love Priest, and they interacted with Nakamura by using their phones to light the scene, and then the woeing with his music because they remember how it used to be. Because this, I think, is his second theme. But man, I was like, stop it! Not the fans, the production crew. Turn off those blue lights all over the place.
Yeah, they had blue spotlights swirling over the crowd.
Turn off those lights. Darken the arena a little bit more. Let them have. This is a moment.
It was killing the vibe with them having the cell phones lights on.
Yep. And WWE, I know, it's gonna be. This is petty, but y'all turn those spotlights off. It saves you a little bit of money on the light bill. Just saying, it helps everybody out.
They're not paying a light bill; they're just paying rent.
I know. I'm trying to help the economy. So it was a standard match, and it was okay. But Drew was at the table, and the fans called his name out, and Priest looked over, and Drew was just sitting there chilling. He just waved like, "Hey," and I was like, "Man, Drew plays nonchalant so damn well."
Yeah.
I freaking love it. It's like, well, you can get in this ring, we can fight. Well, that's how you want to do it. I love it. I do not want an intense Drew McIntyre for a while. Earn that intensity. I love this lackadaisical, nonchalant version. This is beautiful. I like him like this.
Yeah, the intensity comes in spurts.
Yes. Like, hey, how you doing? I'm right here. It's like, his face is amazing for delivering that stuff. I love it. Nakamura tried the Bomaye, but it was countered into a sit-out chokeslam. He got pinned. Then Drew get in there, attack Priest. The fans chant for CM Punk. And I'm like, there will be no Punk.
Basically.
Look, when Priest made some distance, Nakamura hit the Bomaye on Priest, laying him out. And then
to the back of the head.
Yep. Shinsuke left. Drew attacked Priest some more. At one point, he just stepped right on his face.
Right on his face.
Now, it was safe, but stiff. The camera was right there. He had to. It sucks. That's when you got to apologize and just say, man, the camera's all in our grill piece. I got to do this.
But after Nakamura delivered the Bomaye. Excuse me.
They call it something else here, but I'm not calling it that crap.
Drew McIntyre was very pleased.
Yeah.
It was like someone doing damage against the person I don't like.
This is a very positive moment.
Yes.
So Drew left. Priest makes his way back to the ring. And Drew's like, it still lives.
Yep.
He goes back and hits his finish. Drew lets him know that he screwed him out of the title the whole year. Now he's going to make his life a living hell. And I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. It makes Priest the babyface heel.
It does.
Because everyone like him. And he is growing to be a small crowd favorite. And he'll go up depending upon who he's going against. But right now they're neutral. So their heel and babyface is kind of just rolling over themselves. You know, the fans are going to have to naturally choose what they want, which isn't bad, you know, but right now this is just competition. This is over some situation. It actually means something. I like this. It's a storyline that is part of a lot of storylines mixed together.
Yeah.
I like it. So Randy Orton, he comes out for his match, and the fans are singing the hell out of his song.
They're singing his song with their entire chest.
Yep. As Cedra said, they were singing from their chest.
They were singing from...
Say it with your chest.
I mean, they really were. They've been waiting their whole lives to sing this song at the top of their lungs. You can see them all in the shower just singing.
They were with it.
Mm-hmm.
When the music hit, the words came out, they cheered. But after that, they was on point. Randy, you could see he's doing his best to no-sell this.
Yeah.
He's doing his best because once it gets to you, Niagara Falls or your 5-minute intro is going to become 7. So just get to the ring.
Yep.
It's Randy Orton versus Carmelo Hayes. Now, I don't know what's up with this. I don't know if this is the kid that got hit by the jacket. I don't know if I can't remember if it was Drew or Punk or someone that threw a jacket and hit a kid in the face. I don't know if this is that kid or not. But this kid, this little girl, I'm going to tell you right now, if she was a wrestler, she would make Orange Cassidy look like a hyped up CM Punk.
Yeah, because Randy walked by her and stopped and went back.
Shook her hand. I think he used his index finger and thumb to shake her hand. She didn't give a damn.
She was just draped over the barricade like, it's loud. Yeah, I'm tired.
And then Hayes came in and he paused at her and looked down at her. And she's like, I don't care.
Yep.
She did not change for either one of these wrestlers.
Didn't.
If Randy didn't grab her hand, she wouldn't have tried to grab his. She's like, yeah, you're a human and you're moving on. 10 years from now, she's going to be like, crap, what was wrong with me? Like, I just didn't want to be there.
Maybe she's not a wrestling fan. Maybe she's just there with dad.
It's like, man, mom's got to be home with her side piece.
What in the world?
What? I got to be here. Randy has fun with dropping Hayes on the table, apologizing, fixing the table, and then dropping him on it again.
Uh-huh.
The fans are all the way live during parts of this match. Randy hit a counter power slam from a springboard crossbody. It was nice, but Hayes' head was just centimeters off the mat. And Randy, you could see him real quick checking. I was like, you all right, man? And he probably was like, yeah. Because his head didn't hit the mat that I could see.
But it looked like it should have.
It was so close. It was so close. They chanted RKO and Randy goes into his taunt. Thus Hayes just spins out the ring. He just rolls out the ring. Hayes hit a perfect looking springboard DDT on Orton, who was kneeling, but only got a 2 count. And that DDT, I'm gonna tell y'all straight up, it won't that far from the way Undertaker did his counter DDT coming off the ropes. It was beautiful how Hayes hit it. Hayes hit this thing, and it was a sideways thing.
Yeah.
It was beautiful.
Hayes is very smooth and clean in the ring.
Yes. Orton hit the superplex as a setup. So, there's that. They jockeyed for the finish with Hayes hitting his. And then Orton kind of half selling it. But then he hit his. He hit the Ace Crusher, got the pin. Orton no-sold the hell out of what they call the first 48 or the lung blower. So Orton wanted to shake hands. And Hayes mushed him and then called the Ace Crusher again. Fans erupted. Hayes slowly recovers and Randy sets up the punt kick. Owens pulls Hayes out and Randy attacks Owens. And here's Cedra cheering for Randy as if he's Tai Chi or Solo Sikoa.
Oh, shut up.
But Owens posts Randy and exits. Cedra ain't even happy.
I'm going to get you, Solo Sikoa, Tai Chi. He started whooping up on Kevin Owens, and I was happy. Kevin was running like a scalded dog, disrespecting his pink shoes.
Cedar's really just upset that Kevin's using her last name.
I am not upset about anything except for the fact that he didn't stick around to get that solid ass whooping.
Here's what y'all don't know. Cedar was real pissed off that Kevin Owens didn't join Sikoa's bloodline.
What? Are you making up stuff?
I ain't got to make up anything.
Why would I want one annoying asshole to join another?
Because you always saying that Solo Sikoa needed something.
It certainly wasn't Kevin Owens. What's he gonna do?
Okay, see, off air, she was like, they need to work together.
No, all he can do is show him how to wear a little pointed hat and stand in the yard.
Owens is not a gnome.
Yes, he is.
Kevin Owens, he has the most legitimate heel turn I have ever seen. John Cena has the most talked about, and I don't know why, but yet shocking heel turn. But Kevin has the most rational heel turn.
Well, why? 'Cause he mad because his hat fell off?
You know what? I'm not going to sit here and just let you berate Kevin. I'm going to move on.
Move on.
Because Kevin did nothing wrong.
Move on.
Just like MJF, they did nothing wrong.
MJF. MJ need to calm down with the spray tan, okay?
He's trying not to look like a Simpsons character. He's working.
He's looking a little bit too melanated, and it looks weird on him.
Fatu cuts a promo against Braun, and he is all the way live. And at the end, all of them yelled, Fatu! And I was like, I'm hyped.
That was awesome.
I was like, that was awesome.
That was awesome.
I was hype over that.
Solo falling in line.
As he need to.
Yeah, he got debts to pay.
Because you trying to tap in with him for a minute.
I tried to tap in with him for a minute.
She just loves that. She loves that so much. So Gunther goes to the ring for some reason.
What you mean for some? He had a match.
I'm typing as I'm thinking. When I'm watching, I was like, this ain't your show. So he's coming to the ring for some reason. I was like, his opponent is on Raw.
He was in his gear. He was obviously coming to wrestle.
Why on our time?
Because
you need to go home.
They're in Barcelona.
You need to go home. That's where Jay is.
No. They're in Barcelona. And so he's, adding to their experience.
And he was ticking them off and all that. But he calls out their alleged hero, one half of the NXT Tag Champs, Axiom.
Who also hails from España.
So, he does well. Gunther leads the match. But at some point, the sound was going out. And like, if the sound went out for swearing, that doesn't make sense since the fans have been shouting, fuck you, to whoever the heels are.
Yeah.
And I can't spell heels, so I just wrote hells.
To the hells.
Gunther hit the drop kick, and Axiom flipped over and got powerbombed, and he kicked out. And I'm like, okay, and the fans are about it. And I'm like, y'all cheering, but this ain't going down the way you think.
It ain't going down
You
the
want
way you
Gunther
think.
to lose to this guy? This is what if Walter got to lose, all Jay had to do was sneak in, and they fight outside the ring, and when it's time to get in on 9, Jay be under the ring and grab his foot and hold him, and he can't get in. That is how you screw somebody over. And then you look, he's looking under the ring, and he is mad. Jay come up from the other side smiling at him, and Gunther's like, oh, hell no. And he's got to chase him. Axiom gets a win. The fans are way up. Jay runs off into the fans. Gunther goes after him.
That would have been great.
Right?
Yeah.
So, okay, so Gunther, he hit the drop kick, flipped over, powerbomb kick out. Axiom hit a gliding super kick for a 2 count. And he had to fly across the ring damn near 8 feet. It was nice. Commentary and the fans are lit up. Gunther then hits a counter deadlift powerbomb, a lariat, and then a powerbomb and got the pin.
Yeah.
And then after the match, Gunther applies a sleeper and referees argue with him to let go. And Cedra is cheering for Gunther to bite him. I was sitting here reading this. I was reading that line as I was reading the one that he applies. And then I was like, what the hell? Then I just read it. She was cheering for him. I was like, that's right. She was cheering. She was being a jerk. Bite him. Bite him.
His side was all exposed, man. It was waiting for a biting. It would have woke him up. Get bit on your side. Them hands go out to the side. Ah!
All you see are puppets, aren't you? You don't even see them, do you? You just see puppets.
I see Rigby.
Oh, regular show.
Yeah.
Rigby. Ah! So then Paul Heyman, he comes out and he introduces himself. The fans are with him and they drown out his voice and he's on the mic.
Yep.
You know, my name is, and you could basically he was lip syncing to them.
Yeah.
That's some crowd participation right there. It was like AEW when CM Punk first came out.
Oh yeah, it was deafening.
Yep. Like Musa, and then nothing.
Yeah, you couldn't hear the music.
I'll be honest with you, WWE hadn't matched that yet. They haven't matched that. So Paul talks up the WWE game and wants people to play it, but only after the show, because if they watch the show, they keep the ratings high, especially during his segments. Paul talks up Roman being I think in Bologna.
Yes.
And the fans boo Bologna.
Bologna, Italy.
Huh?
He was in Bologna, Italy.
So Paul tells them not to boo, but to buy some cheapo plane tickets and fly over. And then he says, it's not like Mussolini is there keeping you out. And that's multiple levels of stuff, but mainly it's a zinger for CM Punk's theme.
Yeah.
But that works on multiple levels beyond just CM Punk.
It does.
There's history and all of that surrounding those two countries. It's Paul Heyman did a lot with that one line. There's a lot of history. Gunther, he sits down with Jimmy and then talk to him, saying that he wants him to talk sense to his brother and, you know, get him to talk about the match. And Jimmy's like, nah, I'm going to cut this promo. And Gunther says, you know what? I tried to save your brother. And he just leaves.
Yeah.
You know, I thought I talked sense to you. I thought you was the more mature one. And I was like, no.
Yeah. No.
The first one to start maturing will be the first one to stop doing the foot jabs. That's the first one. I promise you. I promise you. Y'all want to bet on that? The first one to stop doing the stupid foot jabs will be the first one to mature as a wrestler. Tag titles, Street Profits versus DIY. DIY is the reigning and defending champions at the time. Cedar watched the match. I didn't.
It was a match.
I did not watch it. I was like, it's tag team. And look, y'all, I got snuck. I didn't know. I got blindsided. I didn't know it was the main event. But DIY lost. Street Profits are the new champs. Heel versus heel, and that's not the issue. The issue is the tag team division are 5 teams, and because for so long they have been presented as an afterthought, the teams to watch have been busted down to equal afterthoughts. So to bring them back up, they do it in a way that says, stop arguing with me and get out of my face.
Yeah.
Hey, let's use you all to eat up airtime. That's what the tag team division has become. So I would not think that they would put the tag titles as the main event.
Yep. But, you know, they did their thing. It was a match. It happened. Street Profits won. There you go.
AEW and WWE, and honestly, any other promotion, I don't care how small or unknown you are. You have the chance, the ability, okay, the freedom to actually use tag team rules, exploit the tag team rules, make sure they are thoroughly enforced so that you can easily separate your heels from your baby faces. And with rules acknowledged and your fans educated, you then can have the heels be heels and break tag team rules, and the fans will recognize it. Right now, the way it stands, traditional tag team rules that make a tag team match worth a damn are rules that get in the way. And you are literally catering to a very tiny, marginal amount of people that call themselves wrestling fans. You have the chance to make tag team wrestling special, just like the NWA did, just like at one point WCW had. WWE never took tag team wrestling serious. And the Mark running AEW is the one that got his advice by watching the Attitude Era.
So you know he ain't gonna do nothing good. Not with tag teams.
So if you're a promotion, no matter how small, you got the chance to do it right. And I promise you this, the fans will appreciate it. They will appreciate it because when they see professional wrestling and they're drawn into professional wrestling, not stunts, they will give you the ultimate chant. That chant you rarely hear. That chant they rarely do. That chant of, this is wrestling. That's when you got them. Not when they yay booing like Mark Calloway says or anybody else. You get that chant. You get them cheering for the face and booing the heel properly and not just because it's something to do. That's when you got them. When you get the fans ticked off because the heels cheated that well and they can't blame the ref because the ref did the job right. That's how you get them. That's how you reestablish tag team wrestling, and that's how you make legendary tag teams inside of 2 short years. Instead of having to take 20 or 25 years and then they can be inducted to some Hall of Fame that's glorified to all hell. And that's real. I promise you all of that. But since most people don't make it this far in the show, I can say stuff like that. I say it anyway. But now, show is over, but no one's leaving. The lights go out. And then Cody Rhodes comes out, ready to wrestle. It's all on the hard camera. And it's Cody Rhodes versus The Miz, because they had issue earlier.
They did.
The fans are with The Miz as they end his theme song and cheer him removing his entrance attire. Cody's in the ring. He lifts the belt. Not the belt, but the coat. He puts it on and starts taking off and getting the same response. So they're having fun. Mm-hmm. Then The Miz tries to get his coat back and Cody plays Matador.
Yep.
Miz and Cody, let's have some fun for the fans for a little bit. Then the Miz calls for one more. You're going to try to get it this time. And they milk it. And then after fun is over, they start the wrestling. And the wrestling is very old school NWA. Yeah. I have been to these matches. I have watched these matches on TV. I have heard people talk about these matches. It is very smooth. It is so, how can I say, it's refreshing. This, to me, was Cody's best match in the WWE so far. That's the beauty of this. And it's going to take someone that appreciates professional wrestling to see what I'm talking about. But I watched this match, so it's a standard match, but it's fun.
Yeah, it was fun. The crowd enjoyed it.
Yeah, the crowd enjoyed it. We enjoyed it. The Miz get the fans involved with the yay boos as he pointed to Cody and then himself.
The lights were down low so you can just see the wrestlers.
Yep. The fans are really watching. They're not going all ape crazy like earlier, but they are. You can hear it. We aren't, how can I say, we're not trying to be in the match with you. Now we're watching the match. Mm-hmm. It's a different.
It was like a Japan, old school Japan crowd.
And these fans were loving it.
They could have also been exhausted.
Yeah. No, these are football fans. They don't understand exhaustion. Exhaustion's for the U.S. or the weak. Y'all can take that as the insult you want, but after a football game, basketball game, or whatnot, people go home. It is time to chill. Mm-hmm. People overseas in Europe, after a 3 or 4 hour game,
that was time to riot.
Yes. They will riot. They will fight each other.
Let's tear up the city.
They will go to pubs and taverns and diners and drink and have fun, and they don't get home until the son tell them to go home. These people got energy that I never ever had. Okay, I did have it, but I didn't acknowledge it. I missed that I didn't acknowledge it, because it just sucks, Youth is wasted on the young, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But so they do the yay boo, pointing at Cody and then himself. Then the Miz, when the match got started, Miz hit he spikes a nice DDT and covers with the fans counting unos, dos. Then they kick out. It's like, oh, and the fans are behind Cody. And Cedar points out to me that the fans are in the darkened section and a little bit further back, they're looking at the match. Mm-hmm. No one is on their phone.
No one's on their phone.
When we watch the event, they're on their phones. They're on their phones watching SmackDown. But on this, they done turned the phones off. There's a few that's probably on.
I didn't see a lot of phone play during this show.
Oh, I did.
Okay.
They had them up. They weren't looking through their phones at them. You could see how they just had the phone up. They look a little bit. They just watching the match, and the phone is just next to somebody's head. You could just see it. I was like, oh, I see this. Okay. That's smooth and smart, because that's exactly what I would have done. Cody has to chase Miz around the ring, and when he gets in the middle rope, the rope is kicked into his groin. The fans were not happy with that.
No, they won't.
They were not happy. The Miz removes the buckle, and the ref sees him, because the ref was checking on Cody, and the Miz just pops that buckle off, and she's like, oh, a good old turnbuckle removal.
Yeah, you don't see that often.
That's what you said. And we turns around and drops it, and the ref is like, what you doing? He's like, man, I'm just chilling. I'm just doing my thing, man. That was somebody else. So a bit later, Miz gets a near fall and acts like he won all of the Olympics, and the ref has to check him, and I mean check him. So the Miz talks trash, and the ref climbs all down his neck.
He does.
The ref even climbs up into the corner, jaw jacking the Miz.
Because the Miz was like, it's 3. The ref is like, it's 2. Miz is like, it's 3. The ref is like, it's 2. The Miz is like, it's 3. The ref is like, you know what?
Yep. And he just started jaw jacking and
backed him up into the corner.
Yep.
And climbed up on the ropes. It's 2.
Miz is like, I'm that dude from Osh.
I'm sorry.
I didn't know it was like that. It's like, good grief. Miz is like, I am sorry. Cody hits his finish. The fans count unos, dos, tres. Cody gets the mic. He gathers up their nation's flag for a cheer. Cody gets a signed weightlifting belt. And he says, look, I haven't done this in a while because I got my own hardware, so I can't do it. And then he points out and he's like, look, they're about to kick us out of the building. So we got to hit the road. He's like, look, I can only give this to one person. And the trick is, I can only give it to the loudest person in the building. And the fans are cheering like crazy.
Yes, they are.
Oh my God. You think they was cheering loud during the event? My goodness. My goodness. Then Cody points out there's a little girl in a red shirt. It's the same girl. Mrs. No Sale.
It wasn't the same girl.
It wasn't. You sure?
She had on a green shirt. Mrs. No Sale had on a green shirt.
I thought you had on a red shirt.
No, she had on a green shirt.
I ain't colorblind, you blind ass.
She had on a green shirt.
Okay, so this is a different girl.
Yeah, she had on a bright red John Cena shirt.
Yeah, the one that got in the ring, it was a red shirt and it was John Cena on it and stuff. And see, here's the thing, because this is a dark, it's recorded, but that's to just WWE prosperity for their own thing. And I guess they show it later on, but they ain't cutting. They ain't showing all of this. They ain't going to show all this because, look, he points out to this little girl in a red shirt, and she gets into the ring, and he hit his finish on her.
What?
And it's because she was wearing a John Cena shirt.
He did not
And the fans cheer, and then he wishes them a good. She got crossroads.
She did not get crossroads.
He hit his finish on this girl. She couldn't have been no more than 8. She won't wear that damn shirt again. I tell you that.
Oh my goodness. He did not hit his finish on
Okay, then what do you think you saw?
I know what I saw. He gave her the shirt and the belt and got a hug, and then I think the man took a picture or something. Then he gave her back to her daddy.
One of us is dreaming, and I think you need to wake up.
I'm awake. Hit the crossroads with an 8-year-old
He
girl.
ate that girl's lunch.
He
You
did.
should have seen it, everybody.
Did not.
The crowd was on their feet. He grease snatched that girl by her blonde hair, and he just turned her over and just destroyed her whole life.
He did not.
She'll never be a wrestler.
She'll probably never be a wrestler, but he did not crossroads her.
I like to think he did because it'd be funny. But no, he gave her the shirt, and it was nice. He didn't give a
Belt.
shit. Yeah, the belt. He gave her the weightlifting belt. And she didn't care. It didn't like she give a damn. That's why he hit his finish.
Oh, God.
But
hit his finish.
it was nice. It was a good moment, I thought it was a feel good moment. I don't think the girl cared too much, But when she get older, she might be like, "This was cool," and then somebody should tell her, "Hey, that dude that dyed his hair blonde that gave you that, when he die, that's gonna be worth so much money."
Hopefully her dad will help her with that.
Yeah, don't let her play with that. She'll be like, "I'm taking this to the sandbox."
Start whipping folks in the sandbox with the weight belt.
I'm a wrestler. Like, oh my goodness, your ass whooping was interested to me. So, and that was on SmackDown Dark, I think it was. But just like Cody had to leave, so do we. And so with that, this has been Cedric and Cedar for CR Wrestling Commentary on Friday Night SmackDown-ish and SmackDown Dark. We want y'all to be cool, be chill, be safe. And with that, we will see you next time.